Hi, in our lesson today we are going to tackle crucial mathematics concept in grade 9. So you stay tuned to the end. We have a lot of questions to tackle. Like question 1, identify prime numbers between 40 and 100. 40 and 100, well, what are prime numbers? Let's just list prime numbers. These are numbers that are divisible by 1 and itself without a remainder. So numbers divisible by 1 and itself only. That is the definition. From 40 to 100, we are going to start with the 41 is a prime number. 41 is a prime number. 43 is a prime number. 47 is a prime number. 53 is a prime number. 59 is a prime number. 61 is a prime number. 67 is also a prime number. 71 followed by 73. 73 is a prime number. 79 prime number. 83 is a prime number. 89, that's a prime number. Then lastly 97. These are prime numbers. So you can use the concept always. When you're asked in any exam or any question, prime numbers between maybe 80 and 90, they are all simplified here. Let's look at question number 2. A bell rings after intervals of 6 minutes and 8 minutes. If they both rang at 9 a.m., what time will they ring together again? So we just do the LCM here. LCM of 6 and 8. So we'll start by 2 because of 3, then because of 4, then 2 because of 3, then because of 2, lastly by 2 because of 3, then 1, 3 because of 1, 1. So the LCM is 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. This will be 6 times 2 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24. So 24 is our LCM. This means the bell rings after 24 minutes. But the bell rang at 9 a.m. The next time it will ring is after 24 minutes. Therefore, our answer is 9:24 a.m. That is our answer. You be careful with these questions. Others might be asking, what time last had they rang together? So you will minus. But in our case here, we are adding. Number 3, a construction worker is 8 floors below the level ground. If he climbs up 15 floors, what floor is he at? Okay. He is 8 floors below the ground. This is -8. He climbs up 15 floors. So, you just use the concept of a number line. -8, you add 15 floors, it is just 7. So, the construction worker is at the 7th floor. That is just our answer. Question number 4, very important. It appeared in KJSEA 2025. A farmer planned to spend a sixth an hour to plant seedlings. Despite the planned time, he ended up spending a third of an hour to plant each seedling. What was the extra time spent to plant 70 seedlings? So, initially planned to spend a sixth. But now he's spending a third. Which is bigger between these two? If you want to know which is bigger, you multiply by 60 minutes each. A sixth by times 60 is 10 minutes. Then here a third times 60, this is just 20 minutes. In short, the farmer wanted to use a 6, which is 10 minutes. But maybe due to to other conditions, is now spending 20 minutes, which is a third. So we can find the extra time used to plant one seedling. This is 20 minus 10. As when you use the fraction, it will be a third. We minus a sixth. This is extra time for a seedling. But the question is asking for 70 seedlings. What is the extra time for 70 seedlings? We'll just take a third minus a sixth. Then we will multiply by 70. Our times 70. That is our answer. So, next question. In a church, there are men, women, and children. Okay, we write that. We have men, women, and children. Okay. The number of children is K. So we write children is K. While the number of women is 3 times the number of children. Women is 3 times the number of children. So women is 3K. The number of women, still this number of women, is 7 less than the number of men. Yeah, if women is 7 less than men, men are 7 more. So we take for women, then we add 7. Men are more by 7. How many people attended the church in a total? So we add everything. We have 3K plus 3K, 6K plus K, 7. So 7K, then plus, just plus 7. So this is our answer, 7K plus 7. Question number 6. Use the laws of indices to solve the following equations. 5 raised to 4x times 125 squared is equals to 12 raised to 12. 25 raised to 12, I mean. This is what we do. You make sure the bases are equal. We put them to the lowest possible base, which is base 5. So we are going to have 5 raised to 4x, then times. Instead of writing 125, we can write 5 cubed. So 5 cubed, this is 125, then it has a squared. That way is equals to, still here 25 is 5 squared. So we write 5 squared, but it is raised to 12 that way. You can see now the bases are the same. Let's open the brackets for the powers. 5, 4x times 5, 3 times 2 is 6, then is equals to 5, 2 times 12 is 24. You can see the bases are the same. So we deal with the powers. Using laws of indices, it will be 4x. The multiplication signs will become addition. Then 6 is equals to the 24. We can collect like terms. We will have 4x is equals to 24 minus 6. Yeah, when you take this 6 to the other side. This means 4x is equals to 18. To get x, we divide all sides by 4. Then we simplify. X will be 18 divided by 4, which is 4.5. So this is our answer. Next question. An exam room can accommodate X learners. The number of learners must be more than 80. So the number of learners must be greater than 80, but not exceed 100. They must not exceed 100. So the number of learners must be, they can be 100, but not exceed. So they should be less than or equal to 100. Either 100 or less. This is what it means. Now we want to form a compound inequality. Check on how I'm doing it. I put x at the center, the bigger value in front. You can see the bigger value is here with 100. So its equation is x less or equal to 100. Then on the other side, I'm just going to interchange the equation where we have 80. I will interchange this equation. It will be that way, then 80. This is our answer now. This is the compound inequality. Next question. Use the matrix below to answer the question that follows. Yeah, that is the matrix. It is a 3 by 3 matrix. Check on how I'm solving it. 4. This 4 minus a is equals to 4. You can see this 4 here. Let's find the value of a. So negative a here will be 4. This, when it comes to the other side, it was positive. Now it will become minus 4. Therefore, minus a is equals to 0. Yeah, a will just be 0. We have found the value of a. Let's look at the value of b. Here, 6. We take 6 minus, 6 minus b is equals to 3. Therefore, if let me just take b to the other side so that it becomes positive. B is equals to 6 minus 3. So b will just be 3. B is 3. Let's look at c. We take 2. This 2 minus c is equals to negative 1. So if I take c to the front side, we will have c is equals to 2 plus 1. 1 will come to the other side. Therefore, c will be 3. Let's look for d. 2 minus d. 2 minus d is equals to 2 minus d is equals to negative 1. If I take d to the other side, we will have d is equals to 2 plus 1 still. So d will be 3. Let's look at e. 0 minus e is 8. 0 minus e is 8. It's 0 minus e is equals to 8. Therefore, when e goes to the other side, e will be 0 minus 8. That way. So e will be negative 8. Let's find value of f. F is here. You can see f is here. 10 minus f is 4. 10 minus f is 4. So f is equals to 10 minus 4, which is 6. You will check that. F is 6. G is below here. So 6 minus g is 0. 6 minus g is 0. Therefore, g will be 6. Let's look for h. H is here. So 0 minus h is 0. 0 minus h is 0. 0 minus h is 0. Therefore, h is just 0. And lastly, g. I is the last one. So 20 minus I is negative 2. 20 minus I is equals to negative 2. So I will be 20 plus 2. I will just be 22. That way. We have everything. I hope you have seen the way you have gotten everything. The last thing I am going to represent, due to space here, I'm going to represent A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I with the values we have gotten. So I'm going to just write it here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I will be A, we had it as 0, B is 3, C is a 3 also, D is 3, E is negative 8, F is 6 here, 6, then 6, 0, 6, 6, then 0 here, then H is 0, then lastly negative 0, then 22, that way. G is 6. That way we are going to have our values that A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, F is 6. G is also 6. So I apologize. This is 6. H is 0. I is 22. This will be our final answer. Mark you, a question like this is not less than 4 marks. So you got to be very careful when dealing with the matrix. Next question, number 9. Find the length of the arc. Length of the arc. We have the radius only. Length of arc is equals to, it is a sector, so theta over 360 pi d. Our theta is 90, this is 90, or it is just a quarter circle. So 90 over 360 times 3.14 times diameter is 20. You can put that in your calculator. Theta over 360 times 3.14 times 20. 15.7. So 15.7 meter is the length of the arc. Next question. What is the total surface area of a closed cylinder? So a closed cylinder is here with the radius as 14. The radius is 14 centimeter. Height is 12 centimeter. And pi is 22 over 7. It is closed. It means all the circles are present. This circle, we are going to add them. Therefore, the surface area is 2 pi r squared, then plus pi dh. We substitute. We'll have 2 times 22 over 7 times radius is 14. So 14 squared, then plus pi is 22 over 7 times diameter. Diameter is 28. Then height is 12. We work each independently, so use your calculator. 2 times 22 over 7 times 14 squared. Yeah, I'm getting 1232 centimeter squared. Then we add the second part. 22 over 7 times 28 times 12. This is 1056 centimeter squared. Then you add everything. You add the 2. You will get 2288 centimeter squared. So this is the total surface area for the cylinder. Next question. The boiling point of water recorded was 373 Kelvin. What was the temperature in degrees Celsius? You should know to convert Kelvin to degrees Celsius, you have to minus 273. And to convert degrees Celsius to Kelvin, you add 273. From what we have, we will just take 373 minus 273. Therefore, we'll have our answer as 100 degrees Celsius. That is the boiling point of water. Next question. A tank has dimension 2 meters, 6 meters, 4 meters. So we just draw a sketch of a tank. That is a tank. 2 meters, 6 meters by 4 meters. It is half filled with milk. It is half filled with milk. So milk has reached half. Milk is at half level. That way, I'm just trying to sketch so that you can see it. The level of milk has reached here, halfway. To find its volume, the volume of a cuboid is the length times width times height. Therefore, it will be 2 meters by 6 meters, then by, it is half full, so we use by 2 meters directly. Therefore, our volume will be 24 cubic meter. But we want it in liters. You should know that 1 cubic meter is 1,000 liters. So what about the 24 cubic meters that we have? Our answer will be 24,000 liters. That is our final answer. Next question. Use scale drawing of 1:400,000. Then you determine the area of a piece of land measuring 6 by 4 centimeter on paper. So it is here. The land measures 6 centimeter by 4 centimeter. And we are using scale drawing of 1:400,000. We want to find it in the long run in square meters. So we can just convert this to meters. This scale means 1 centimeter represent 400,000 centimeter. Yeah, this way. We can convert it to meters directly. So 1 centimeter represent, we remove 2 zeros. So it will be 400, 0 that way, 4,000 meters. We now use this. What about 4 centimeter? You can convert. So 4 times 4,000 is 16,000. 16,000 meters here. This is 16,000 for the width, and for the length, we use the same scale, 1 centimeter, 4,000 meters. What about 6 centimeter? When you cross multiply, you'll just take 4,000 times 6, which is 24,000. So 24,000 meters. So this will be 24,000 meters. This is 16,000. Its area of a rectangle is length times width. So we'll just take the length is 24,000 meters times 16,000 meters. Yeah, you just multiply 24,000 times 16,000. The answer is 384 million meters squared. That way. We go to the next question. Question number 14. A line passes through point P, 2, 1 and Q, negative 2, 9. So these are the points. Let me rewrite them again. P, 2, 1 and Q, negative 2, 9. This is X1, y1. This is also x1, x2, y2, that way. We want to find the gradient. Gradient is represented as m. We take change in y divided by change in x. This basically means y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Therefore, y2 is 9. So 9 minus y1 is 1. Then divide by x2 is negative 2 here. Then we minus x1 is 2. This will be 9 minus 1 is 8. Divide by negative 2 is negative 4. When you divide 8 by negative 4, you just get negative 2. So that is our gradient. That is the answer for part Roman 1. Roman 2, find the equation of the line. Equation of the line is easy. So what you can do, we just pick any coordinates, either P or the one with Q. Let's pick the first one with the P. So P is 2, 1. Then we add another coordinate. We don't know which what it is. So X and then Y. Then we use the equation of a gradient to find it. The equation is M is equals to change in Y divided by change in X. We are going to use this. Therefore, our value will be Y minus 1. Y minus 1 divided by X minus 2 is equals to gradient. We got gradient as negative 2. This is what we got. Yeah, we have just taken Y minus 1. Here it is. Then divide by X minus 2. Here it is equals to the gradient. The gradient, we got it as negative 2. Therefore, we begin with the one with Y. We are cross multiplying. So Y minus 1 is equals to, open the bracket, this is negative 2 times X minus 2. So it will be Y minus 1 is equals to negative 2 times X is negative 2 X. Then negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. That way. Now Y must be alone in standard form. It will be Y is equals to negative 2x plus 4. When 1 comes to the other side, it becomes plus 1. Therefore, the final equation is Y is equals to negative 2x plus 5. That is the equation. Next, we want to find the x-intercept. We should know that at x-intercept, Y is always 0. So we use this equation that we have here. Where we have Y, we put 0. It will be 0 is equals to negative 2x plus 5. Let's find X. It will be, we can take this negative 2x to the other side. It will be positive. So 2x is equals to 5. To get X, we divide both sides by 2. Therefore, X will be 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Therefore, the coordinates X, Y will be X is 2.5 while Y is 0. These are the coordinates. Next, let's find the y-intercept. Still, at y-intercept, X is 0. Therefore, in this standard equation where we have X, we put 0. It will be Y is equals to negative 2, 0. So here 0, then plus 5. This will be Y is equals to Negative 2 times 0 is 0, so this will be eliminated, then plus 5. So 5 remains. The coordinates x, y will be, x is 0, you can see 0 here, then y is 5. Yeah, those are the coordinates. I hope you have seen it. Next question. Question 15. A container contains 5 black marbles, 3 green marbles, and 2 blue marbles. A marble is picked at random. Find the probability that the marble picked is a black marble. So black marble is just 5 divided by the total. What is the total? Total is 5 plus 3 plus 2, which is a 10. 10. The total is 10. 5 plus 3 plus 2, 10. This is the probability. When you simplify this, it's the same as a half. That is our answer. Roman 2, blue marble. Blue marble is here. It is 2. So we put 2 divided by the total, which is 10. Which is 2 over 10. When we simplify, it will be 1 over 5. That is the answer. Then the last part, green marble as a percentage. Green marble. Let's check. Green marble is here. It is 3. So it will be 3 over 10, which is the total. Then we, as a percentage, we just multiply by 100. Therefore, the percentage will by 100%. Therefore, it will be 0 can cancel. 10 times 3 is 30. So 30%. I hope you have seen the workings. They are very crucial for exam preparation and the content. Hope you have learned something. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's meet in our next video for section B. Stay tuned. Bye.